I think employers are starting to hire again. There was definitely a long period of uncertainty where companies just weren't sure if they were going to survive the pandemic. They were concerned about how do you even hire and onboard somebody when they potentially can't come into the office. But we're starting to see, as vaccines become more readily available and restrictions start to lift, that companies are feeling more confident and starting to hire again. So I think it's really encouraging news, especially for women who have been displaced over the last year.
Well, time will tell how COVID changes the workplace. Do you think that we'll see it become more flexible in the future?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I certainly hope that some of the changes that we've made over the last year will become permanent. I don't know that everybody is going to have the option to work remotely, full-time or permanently, like most of us have had to for the last year. I do think one thing that we know for sure is that working from home does not decrease productivity, which had been a hypothesis that employers had offered in the prior years to not doing more kind of remote teams. And I think we've certainly proven that that's not the case, that you can be equally productive working from home.
What should women who are looking for a job right now be doing, and how can they make their resume stand out?
I think the most important thing right now is that your job search is different now than it would have been if you had started this a year ago. You really need to think about the impacts COVID has had on your family and potentially your work-life blend. So are you able to go into an office? And if so, what does that look like? Can you be there full-time? Do you need the flexibility to work from home? What is your contingency plan? You know, if you're impacted by COVID, if you have somebody that you need to care for at home, or if you have, virtual school that you need to consider, how is that going to work? And then I think really answering those questions with your family before you go on the job search, and then being really transparent with any potential employer in an interview. I think that's really, really critical. Is employers want to know. They're going to share with you how they plan to address COVID in the workplace. And it's really important that you be open and share with them kind of what your plans are. As far as resume, the biggest step that I would give is make sure that it's fresh and current for every job. The biggest mistake we see people make is have that single resume that they haven't refreshed in 2 years and that they're circulating all over town. You really want to be considerate and thoughtful and tailor the resume to the specific opportunity you're pursuing.
This issue with women in the workforce is not going away anytime soon. Are we ever going to be able to achieve the work-life balance that I think so many people are looking for right now?
Yeah, gosh, I hope so. I certainly hope for my daughter's generation that we're not having this conversation as frequently as we are now. But I think it's particularly important that those women and those working moms who are in the workforce now give themselves the grace they deserve. This is unprecedented. None of us have ever lived through anything like this before. And so we really just need to say, you know what, this is new, this is uncharted territory. I'm going to give myself the grace and patience I need to kind of wobble through it. And I do believe things will be better on the other side. The other side just might not be here yet.
All right, Courtney, thank you so much.
Thank you.